Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is with Barrister and Man Lime Soap. Main razor of the day is the Chiseled Face razor in aluminum. And of course, I don't normally show it too much, but I at least wanted to give it a mention here too to show you. This is the Leaf Twig, original Twig razor. In fact, very original. I was one of the first buyers of this razor, and this is what I use for shaving underneath the nose above the mustache. So that's what we're going to do today. But let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. Wash the face with a warm washcloth and soap. The Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Preshave Cube is what I use pretty much most of the time, and I've got one about a third of the way down, so lots of room to go still. Yeah, it'll last out through the year easily. So let's start off with our soap here. Let's get this opened up and get this. Okay, there's a little seal stuck to the cap, but there's the soap. Oh, nice citrusy scent. Mild, in a sample, mild. I'm going to say like a 2 or 3 out of 10, probably. Going to take our nice clean spoon, which gets washed every single time it gets used and all that, to keep it nice and clean. Of course, because I give away these samples after I've used it one time. So there's my one use, and there's the rest, which gets put away for next giveaway, which I haven't even done the current giveaway yet. But that's coming. It's just like, I want to film it outdoors, and it's just been rainy. I think today being Saturday is the first day it's going to be dry, and it's going to start raining again tomorrow. So yeah, so try to do it today. But let's see, here we go. I'm just like going to put it down the camera here so I can get that off the spoon. Set the spoon aside. And of course, we're just going to smush that down in the bottom. There's like a little indentation at the bottom of this. This is a Shave Nation bowl, is where I got that. And this is a porcelain one. They have plastic ones. They have, bumps without bump. It's like, they got everything. So it's like, but I like the way you can hold it at the bottom too. It's very, very comfortable that way. So now I'm just going to rinse off the soap off my fingers here in this sink full of warm water. There we go. Rinse it off. There we go. Now I want to put some. I'm going to start right off the bat with a little water on top of it. Put that down, and give our brush 2 shakes and a squeeze. Shake, shake, squeeze. And this is the Parker. This is the Silver Tip Badger. I think it's like a 20, maybe a 22 millimeter. I don't remember. It's one of those two. It's on the smaller diameter size compared to what you get modern day brushes, but it's a classic that you can get here. So I'm going to start with doing my usual. I do 250 total swirls, and I start 50 at a time. So let's go. Okay, there, that's not really doing much here, so let's pull that. I'm going to throw in some more. Another, drip it off the fingers. And of course, I can wet the tips in the water too. That's another way, but I just want something you can see and be consistent, and so you can try and learn to do this as well, for those of you who don't know. 50 more. Oh, that smells good. Okay. Starting to think about it, but that tells me it's not waking up enough yet. More water. There we go. And each time I do that, it's about a quarter of a teaspoon, thereabouts. When I dip the hand in the, I'm really just dipping the fingers in the water and then coming up and dropping it in there. That's all I'm doing. So you can't, I'm not sure if that'll even show up, but yeah, it's maybe a quarter of a teaspoon at a time. Okay, we're 150 swirls in. I got 100 more to go. It's starting to build. Now it's starting to think about it. Now it's starting to wake up. But I still want more water. There we go. So now we're probably about a full teaspoon into this. So that's a little thirsty soap, that Barrister and Man, isn't it? 50 more. Okay, that's better. So in the brush, it's doing well. I could add some more water here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Normally I wouldn't, but yeah, we're gonna do it. Here we go. Last 50 gets a dash of water too. There we go. So not a lot, not a ton left in the bowl, but the brush is full. The brush is plenty. I'm just scooping it down off the sides here a little bit, pulling it up in the bottom there. There we go. Yeah, so I'm ready to shave. It's all the soap I need. And yes, I could still work that, but I don't. I do 250 and I'm done, because by then it's worked it enough that it's built the lather. Even though it's not a volume of lather, it's plenty of lather. And it's a good consistency, so that's all I care about. I don't need the extra volume. So yeah, I could play with it, put another couple hundred swirls, a little more water. No, don't need it. This is a nice moist lather, and I'm happy with it. Of course, if this is work day too, it's like you don't want to be messing around, spending 5 minutes just on building lather. You gotta get to work. I know your time in the morning is crucial, or whatever shift you work. Before shift, it's crucial to get your stuff done. But it's Saturday, so I get to luxuriate. I can take my time because it is Saturday, and I don't have to work today. Well, at least not for my day job. So yeah, I got stuff to do outside, but another story. So let's get the Twig on doing underneath the nose, above the mustache. There we go. Nice up and tight, close to the nose. One pass, done. And because it's a very sensitive area, so I like being able to just do one pass every other day. Does the job, gets it nice and close. I'm comfortable with it. I'm happy with it, so yes. Warmed up the aluminum razor here. And I didn't show you here before we go too far. It is a standard 3-piece with a bar on it, and there we go. Whoops, I don't want the blade to come off. There we go. So there's that. Let me put the blade back down. What is that, a Gillette Silver Blue? Yeah, Gillette Silver Blue, my usual. Can you see the bars in there too? See, it holds it with little bars in the post in the middle. So yeah, that's that. Very light, yeah, it's aluminum, so it's a light razor. And yes, I do prefer steel razors. I don't own a titanium. I might own one as a just to try one someday, but I don't like the idea of paying extra for lighter weight because I want the extra weight. So yes, I prefer a weighted razor. 100 grams is about ideal for me. I'm not going to turn away if it's a little heavier too, but they perform, to me, they're smoother, perform better. So, but this is not, for an aluminum razor, this is actually pretty good. I like this. I paid like $30 for it on sale or something like that. I forget about that. So it wasn't expensive at all. Love the handle design. It's a cool looking hand. It's a cool looking razor. But it actually performs well too. It's on the mild side of medium. But I do have to give it a little pressure because it just doesn't have enough weight to carry its own weight. So I have to give a little pressure. So I suppose if you're coming over from a multi-blade where you've always had to give pressure, it's probably a good transition razor that way. Price was good, gives a decent shave. So see, the milder side of medium, especially for beginners. So yeah, I think this would be a good beginner's razor. In fact, I like this razor enough that someday I might look to see if they make it in a steel version. I would buy the steel version because, yeah, I like that. It does a nice job. I will spoiler, yeah, it does a nice job. Comfortable. Not really worried about it biting me or anything because it's a milder side of medium, so it's got good manners. Little mild, like a little bit more aggression out of it, but I could always throw a feather in there too if I wanted to. So. Which I'm not prone to do too often. On occasion, I will do a feather blade for certain razors, but maybe for certain extra mild razors. But to me, it's not a razor blade with good manners. To me, I always have to cork it at least one stripe is what I've come to do nowadays with that. Just because it's like a rough sharpness, like it needs to be deburred, and that's what the cork does, in my opinion. It does that. Does it dull a little bit? Probably a little bit does one pass, but it makes it behave better too. So it's a more comfortable first use blade to use. And for those of you who've used the feathers multiple times, that first use, it always makes me bleed. Always. If I don't do that, it just has that tendency. So I won't say always, I'll say 90% of the time it does. Pass 2 across the grain. Loving the scent for this, the citrusy scent. And we'll go over that in a minute here. Yep, pass 2 is going very well. And you'll notice that the chin whiskers I cut them down to a 6. They were probably about 12 to a 15 lengthwise, for like millimeters and all that for weeks of non-shave of growth there. So I knocked it down because I had knocked it down to a 12. And then I think maybe a 10 or so, and then let it grow a couple more weeks, and then I finally decided to knock it down to a 6 because I wanted to even out. This side was like a little bit longer, so when it's shorter, it's easier to do that. It's easier to shape it, so I did that. I think it come in a little bit more on this side, just a little bit when I'm scrutinizing it. I think I could do that, so that's why it's short, so I have the time to do that, and then I can let it grow out of how I decide. Okay, pass 2 was very good, and of course, I didn't put any product in the hair. So you used to see me with the hair all slicked back and all that stuff, and this all knocked down. It's all sticking up now because there's no product in my hair at all. I'm getting ready to go to Great Clips, get my hair cut. I've missed it for weeks, so it's like, yeah, I'm probably an extra month in at least. So it's time to get my hair cut. Especially if you're going to do it short, it's like you got to do it more regular than I've been doing it. I've just been relying on the pomade product to knock it down for me, which it has been doing very well. But yeah, it's time to knock it down and get it into summertime growth. It's almost June. Let's say the 31st of May. And it is looking, it's been rainy all week, so it's been 70s all week. I think we got 80 yesterday, so this this time of year it's kind of on the cool side. I know you laugh. I know you people up north. I know. But of course it's been muggy as all get out too. It's been soup. So even though it still feels not hot, you still sweat a bit because it's so muggy. It's like 100% humidity and all that. So it's like, yeah, welcome to the South. And I don't want you guys in India giving me any crap about it either. Sorry, brothers. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. So this pass 3 is just going flawlessly. It's just going so well. You see, I'd like a little more aggression. I don't really have blade feel with this thing. It's such a mild, nice, enjoyable razor. Light. I think light-wise it would make a nice travel razor. Up and over the Adam's apple with no issues. Okay, let's do a little buffing pass with just water because the Barrister Man soap is so slick. The residual slickness is all I need to get this to do what I want it to do. Oh, down low here. It feels like it needs it. Yeah, down low. Okay, oh, right there's the spot. Right there. That's good. Okay. Now the other side, just water. Oh, side of the apple. That is one benefit of the aluminum, the lighter razor, is on the buffing pass because you want to go light. I like the water because it makes it stand up just a little bit more, I think, and just an easier way to feel them with your fingers. Oop. There we go. Oh, no, maybe right there. And good. There we go. Now I got a nice shave. There we go. So we pause and wash up. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Turn on the cold water. Run that cool so I can get a couple of splashes. And use some alum. Okay, it's running cool. 2 splashes of cold water. Okay, let's see here. And the alum. I had a little sting right there, a little bit. Not going to get a lot of stinging with this, especially because it's such a mild razor. And yes, this is an easy daily shaver. I mean, I don't, but yeah, it would be an easy daily shaver. Not really irritating and all that. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Dry that out a bit, just trying to dry off the mustache. This doesn't take so much because it's so much shorter now, but yeah, I'm going to use a little of this. I'm not going to use an aftershave today because I go to work outside. I learned the hard way. I'll show you. Let me show you. I learned the hard way. Bees like this. Yeah. So yeah, that lilac vegetal, which is like a daily driver thing that I use if if in doubt, I'm not shaving, especially put that on. But I found out being outside with that on there, the bees like it, especially the young bees, they like that stuff. So it's like, yeah, I don't like that the young bees like that. So I just put a little dab on my fingers. I really show you how much, but it's a very little dab because I'm really only after the mustache per se. It is got like a little granularness to it that they like melt in your hands. So you got to do this for a minute because you got to get those things to melt. These little like beads. Yeah. And I noticed I said how humid it is and everything else too, but the mustache gets itchy especially, and the chin can get itchy just from, of course, using the soaps and washing your face, not putting anything on it. It gets a little dry skin, so it gets itchy. So yeah, even though it's muggy and everything else, yeah, I still want to use a little something to my face. Well, I'll wash my hands here in a second, but because I'm going to have to wash my hands about 4 or 5 times to get all the oil off them from that, but the stuff works good. And what is this brand? This I've showed you before. It's shave before. What is it? Oh, grave before shave. That's what it is. Beard balm. And it's just whatever scent I got. What is it called? I can't read it without the glasses, but you saw what scent that was. But yeah, so that does the job. Reach in and get my comb out. And I'm just like spreading it evenly through the whisker follicles. That's all I'm really doing is, spreading it there. So now, so it's more comfortable. And that'll keep me going all day, so that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that shave. And I'm trying to show you different things as I show you the aluminum razor and what have you too. And I kind of liked it, so it was not bad. So, but hope you enjoyed. If you do, please like and subscribe and go with God.